But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
Let's go, let's go! Here we go, here we go. 260 outlaw. Watch the ball. 25, check. Let's go. Come on. Check, 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 check. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Yo, motion, motion, motion.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Check three.
On first down, Fields. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Motion. Mike 42, Mike 43.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let go.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their own 22.
Watch the safety creep.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
44 is the mic. Crunch time, defense.
From the gun, Fields. It's complete to Diggs. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No. Both the mic. Mike's both.
2nd and 5. This pass complete to Higgins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Stay with your man. Check. He's coming.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Let's go!
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Get 300. Get 300. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
From the 29, Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
319. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Shift. Watch the shift. Check 33. Watch twist. Twist. Hey, Mike 50. I'm on. Shift.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Check down.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got one.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Following a good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
All day, dude. All day. Check 52's the mic. Check.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Watch the run. Inside. Watch the run.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Watch Mike. I got you. Hey, Haywood. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. 52.
Rodgers now to throw.
Watch a slap.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
That was a great play. Good job. Come on, set. 60 yards. Oh, yeah. Chuck. Here we go again.
On 1st and 10, Fields. And Diggs has it. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Go ahead, baby. Go. Check. Check. 42.
2nd and 4. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And an alley to run. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down, coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that, because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check four. Check safety.
Cook. And an alley to run. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down. Fields. And that is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On first down, Fields. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Here we go.
20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch it. Slam.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Don't get nervous. Bang, 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 bang. Mike 42.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes Back-to-back? What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Hey, take 26.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, a dump underneath to Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Back.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got a man complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is taken near the 13. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That's fielded in the end zone.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at him with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Watch the twist. Scan 300. Scan 300. Hey, take 26. Smoke.
Rodgers now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Drops it to Jones in the flat. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Green 18. Right 58, right there. Hey. Check. Fresno.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. He's at the 40. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Rush it.
On first and 10, Fields. And Thielens got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 27, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
3 down. 50. Hey, team 6.
Snap comes at 1. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
Alpha. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Rodgers now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Mike 58 right there. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft. Shoot.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Bryant has it. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And it... He did not. They stop him. It's a turnover on down.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Exit. Check 37. Cover. Hey, I need one over here. Hassan.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields lets it fly for Thielen. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they...
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave one more off this lead. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now look at him go. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 74 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll go again to Jones. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Any day.
Rodgers going to throw. He may try and run for this. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Come on now, let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone looked to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. To throw on second down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Fields. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stop your whining.
From the gun, Fields. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
No, check that. We want Mike
To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They run it again with Cook. And some room to roam now. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That one looks like he'll throw here. That'll be complete to Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Check the backer, check the backer. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. 6. Mike's 42! Mike's 42! I'm coming!
Back to throw. Fields. Open man is Higgins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 99! Check 99! No.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Let's go, defense.
To throw on 3rd down. Fields. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Zadarius Smith. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And Charles, on the losing side of things, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.